Hello and welcome to Course Wizards. We are the Course Wizards. This is
Whoop, whoop,
Ahmed
whoop.
Aurora, and I am his co-host, Christopher Maselli, and we are talking today about courses because we love it, right, Ahmed?
There's nothing else to talk about but courses. Go
I
create your
just
course. Go create
That's
your
right.
course.
Go create your course. Hey, there is no excuse. If you've been listening to our episodes, you know that last week Amit told us exactly how he created a course in a day, one day, and a couple weeks of research before that. And then he put it out there and ended up making $1,000. And that's just where he's starting. He's going to keep doing more, and we're going to follow up with him. Amit, that was just awesome. We're actually recording these back to back, and I'm still just blown away by how well you did and how well it turned out for you.
Thank you. I think part technology and part just experience and luckily having an email list, right?
Yeah,
So
I did have an email list to start off with, but I think what's going to be interesting is to following you going forward because you're now going to go outside that email list, ask other people to promote your course. You're going to be putting Facebook ads out there as well as some other ads, and we're going to see how all that turns out. And so that'll be a good
yeah.
learning portion there too.
And my Facebook ads could be more targeted, Chris, but when I tried to upload my email list to Facebook, it said you need to convert this to a business account. I'm like, I'm so clueless about Facebook ads. I think part ignorance might help me. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's click the button to convert to business accounts. Like, sorry, you can't do that. You already have too many accounts. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like stuck in this weird loop
Yeah.
of creating my Facebook page to promote this, but the page was created under my personal account. And now I can't get that page to move to a business account. Because if I'm not on a business account, I cannot upload my list to create a lookalike audience. It's Facebook ads, I feel, is like an alien language, even though I'm good with technology.
These are the kind of things that you can always run into, and they can get so frustrating. But once you get through these hurdles, you'll find that it just gets easier. And I hope you're writing down your experience as you go and the steps you're taking, because I know everyone will benefit from them.
With
Uh,
Facebook ads, I'm just clicking in a million places and hoping something would work.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Especially
Well,
setting up the pixel was so painful.
yeah, yeah. Setting up Facebook, yeah, all of that it can be, especially when you're following all the way through. It's just going to be
Are
interesting to
you fully
see.
set up? Like with
I am set up, I wouldn't say fully, but I would say I'm set up basically, but on almost all the different social channels. So I can do ads for almost any channel. I've done ads through Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, I believe. So I'm set up on each one of them, but not fully in depth as much as you can be. So that's something that
I
we
might
could talk
need your
about.
help with Pinterest
Yeah.
ad
Pinterest,
because this is more visual
yeah.
and Pinterest, even though it's mostly women, I can gear towards that. I can say,
Mhm.
I can ask ChatGPT, give me 10 affirmations
Yes.
and boom, like perfect female audience for that and say, you don't need to worry about affirmations. You can just have ChatGPT write affirmation.
That's gonna be the key is finding your audience. So, let's talk about then what we're gonna talk about today is because your course is on ChatGPT, we
Yep.
thought it would be interesting. This is the new AI that everyone's talking about, artificial intelligence that can help you do it seems almost anything. And when Amit was creating this course on how to use ChatGPT, what he actually did was use ChatGPT to help him create the course. And so we thought it would be fun to go through and create a fictitious course in this episode of Course Wizards using ChatGPT, have it help us create the outline for the course, a basic sales page for the course, a sales email for the course, and maybe even a Facebook ad if we have time. So, why don't we jump right into this? And again, for those of you who are listening, we will describe what we're seeing on the screen, but you also might want to jump onto YouTube and search for this. It is episode number 175, and you'll be able to actually watch what we're doing also. So, Amit, go ahead and take us into it. Amit crashed again. So here we are.
All right. Can
This
you still hear
Oh,
me?
there you are. I thought you crashed and went away at the 5-minute mark. Are you there, Amit? I see you're still connected, but we're not seeing you. You're frozen in time. There he is.
I'm unfrozen now. All right, let's
In
do
that
this.
case, that happened at the 5-minute mark. I'm making notes so we can edit possibly. Okay, so let's do this.
Well, we don't need to
Um,
edit, Chris.
so ChatGPT, go ahead and take us there, and let's create an outline for a course. What's this course going to be about? Is this
All right.
about how to train your dog?
No, we have
No.
beaten that poor dog to death, I feel like.
All right.
Well, all right. So let's see. My ChatGPT course, the whole blogging part, which is the meat of it,
Yep.
was the topic was my son got a birthday gift, and the birthday gift was beta fish. So that's what the whole blog was. Let's stick to that theme, and maybe
All
we
right.
create a course about how to take care of beta fish and how to basically have an aquarium and whatnot.
Okay, so it's gonna be getting your betta fish, it's setting up your aquarium, all of that good stuff. So, what Amit is writing into this is at chat.openai.com/chat, and he is writing in. He says, "Give me a course name for taking care of a betta fish." Okay, so he's asking ChatGPT to give him a course name. ChatGPT responds with Beta Fish Care 101. Give me 5 more, Amit says. It says maintaining a healthy beta fish tank, beginner's guide to beta fish keeping. That's a pretty good one. Raising happy beta fish care from setup to maintenance, and the art of keeping beta fish. So Amit
Okay.
says this is an online course. Give me 5 more.
Now we're getting somewhere.
There we go. Now we're
Virtual
getting
beta
some
fish
more.
keeping for beginners. I like this
Yes.
last one, the digital beta fish keeper, an online course.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay. So let's say we pick a name, right? Any name. Now the next step is what's going to be in the course. So let's ask ChatGPT to write out the whole modules. Like we'll just ask ChatGPT what should be covered in this course.
Okay. What should be covered in this course on, yeah, taking care of beta fish?
And I didn't even say what should be covered in this course about because ChatGPT knows context. So all I said is what should be covered in this online course, and boom, it just
Yep.
starts spitting it out. One cool thing they've added now, Chris, is the stop generating button because sometimes ChatGPT can just go on a tangent, or maybe you put in the wrong prompt and you're like, oh, I didn't need to put that. Previously, you
Yeah.
had to wait for it to finish, which actually I think helps both sides, right? Because we stopping it in its tracks. And on the chat GPT side, the server load is less. Their OpenAI connection is consuming less credits. So it's a win-win.
So this is he said, "What should be covered in this online course?" And I gotta tell you, I was not thrilled with any of those names. They were all okay, but this is outstanding. So it's given us 8 different things that should be
Yep.
covered in this online course. The first one is setting up a beta fish tank, and then it goes and it says this would cover the size and type of tank, filtration systems, lighting, and other equipment needed to create a suitable environment for the fish. So here's what's interesting about that. It didn't just give us the topic, it then gave us a lot of information about what should be included in that topic. So I'm not
Yep.
gonna read through all of these because it would take a long time, but I will give you the top level of each of these for those of you who are listening. Setting up a beta fish tank, water quality and maintenance, feeding and nutrition, health and disease. The 5th topic is breeding. 6th topic is tank decorations, accessories. Then 7th, common mistakes and how to avoid them, and then finally the conclusion. That is a full online course. That's great material,
And while Chris was reading that, I said, fine, write me a video outline for number one, which is setting up a
which is
fish tank.
setting up the tank.
And Chris, look
So
at this.
look at this outline. The first one is the introduction, a brief overview of what will be covered. The second one is the tank size and type, the importance of choosing the right size and type, the recommended tank sizes, and the differences between glass and acrylic tanks. And then it
I
goes
didn't
on to
know that because
filtration
I haven't,
systems. Yeah,
I'll
I
tell
don't
you,
know
I
enough
have an
about all
acrylic
this.
tank. And when I first lifted it, I was like, oh, this isn't a glass tank. I didn't even know there was such a thing as acrylic tanks.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Okay, so this is interesting because it's now given us a full outline, which is very detailed. But what if I want to then have it? Can it create my actual script for my course on any one of these sections?
Ask and you shall receive.
Alright, so I'm just typing in write a video script for the above introduction music, host, Welcome to our online course on betta fish care. In this section, we will be discussing the importance of the proper tank for your betta fish. My name is blank, and I will be your guide. And then it says, put in a visual of the tank. Host, before we begin, it's important to understand that betta fish, also known as Siamese fighting fish or tropical freshwater fish, and then on and on, it just keeps going. So it's actually giving us not only what we should be saying, but the visuals of what we should be talking about. And then it's telling you things like the actual size of tank to have when you're putting together your course.
I, I tried
Go
I
ahead.
tried to get ChatGPT to draw a fish for me, but it wouldn't do that.
It doesn't like that. But that's okay. Okay, so this is not only we were just going to have it create a online or an outline, but instead of just creating an outline, it's actually creating the full sales. The full sales is creating the entire course, the entire
Yep.
text for the entire course. And then what you can do is use that as your starting point and just go ahead and put it in your own voice. You're pretty good, right?
Yep. So something like a bonus tip here, right? I can ask ChatGPT, write a mid-journey AI prompt for a beta fish. Mid-journey is a AI tool that converts your text into images. So you can even do something like this.
Yeah. Really?
This prompt isn't the greatest. It just seems weird. So you'd have to play with it. So we have done the curriculum, like we got the modules, which is the high level things. Then we got the
Yep.
lessons for each of the modules, which is further drilled down. Then we got the video script for each of them. Now,
But the
before we
sales
start
page,
working
right?
on the sales page, let's do this. So I'm going to ask what tools should I use to create my videos for my online course? And
All
let's
right, let's
see
see
if
what it
ChatGPT
says. Let's
exactly.
Now, I happen to know that the course wizards have done some podcasts on this that are probably much more detailed than what ChatGPT is going to give us here. But look, it's suggesting the same tools that we have suggested: Camtasia, OBS Studio,
That's it. We don't. Our
Screencast-O-Matic,
job is gone. We don't have a
video
job
editing
doing
software,
this.
Final Cut Pro, iMovie, Adobe Movie Premiere, animation software. It's just going on, and it's using a lot of the recommendations that we've had before. That's good to know that it's almost as smart as us, but not quite.
Yes. So now watch this, Chris. So this is something that I cover in my course. Is my or my online course. So what I'm saying is make a table for 5 mics for my online course. I'm not telling ChatGPT what I want in this table, what I want compared.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just you surprise me. So here it goes. It's created a table. It's telling me the microphone, the type, connectivity, directionality, and price.
Amazing.
Is this crazy?
It's definitely crazy.
And
So
I
you
have
could
the
you could
course.
actually make a buying decision on this, couldn't you? If you're looking for one.
Remember that the data is only as fresh as 2021. So if you're looking for up to date prices, you won't get there. But yeah, it's going to point you in the right direction.
Yeah. All right. So basically any questions you have as you create your course, you can also ask ChatGPT just like you might ask Google.
Exactly. So now we're going to go ahead into the sales page that you asked about. So I'm going to say, let's write a sales page for this course. Let's begin with the headline.
All right.
So write me a headline. Right now, we're just writing the headline. We're not writing anything else. And that's exactly what it gave me. Just a headline. Unlock the secrets of beta fish care, a comprehensive online course. I actually love this.
That's a much better title for the course, I think, than maybe
There's
they
some of
just
the
make
other
the
names.
yeah, some of the other names, just maybe make it Secrets of Beta Fish Care, a complete online course. That's great. And then he asks
Mm,
for a subheadline and it says, learn how to set up, maintain, and care for your beta fish with our step-by-step online course. Fantastic. That doesn't mean you might not want to tweak these, right? You might get these and say, "Well, I want to change this a little bit." But imagine you're not having to use any brain power to come up with the entire draft for this, which is just, and really, this is pretty good. Like, I think you could actually go live with this.
I have a beta fish. Hey, another course might be in the making.
Another course might be in the making, yeah. Okay, so then he says, write a copy with the PAS framework, that is problem, solution, and specifics.
No, actually, it didn't.
Is that right? Problem answer, shouldn't it be?
It's actually problem, then agitation, and then solution. But
Agitation.
this one is going in a complete different direction, which is fine. It's still giving us great content for the page.
Yeah, so it says the problem, are you struggling to care for your fish and keep it healthy and so on? And then solution, our comprehensive online course on beta fish offers a step-by-step guide to setting up and maintaining a healthy beta fish tank. And then it tells a little bit more. And then it says, in this course, you will learn, and it's giving a whole series of bullets of all the things you'll learn, the things that it said up above that it would include.
Yep. And now I said rewrite the above and use the before after bridge framework, which is another one where, hey, and you see this on TV commercials, right? First, they'll show this black and white
Yeah.
commercial of before your vacuum sucks and there's cat hair everywhere. And then all of a sudden it's a color and boom, here comes this awesome vacuum cleaner and cat hair be gone. So that's like the before after bridge framework that, again, ChatGPT knows it. So it's limited to
Now,
your imagination.
how did you know to use those kind of prompts? Because I wouldn't even think of, "Oh, I need to ask for a before after bridge framework." You must have
Yeah, so
learned that
I've been
somewhere on the
learning about prompt engineering, but I've been learning about this from Jasper because Jasper has all these templates. So I'm just taking those templates. Another one is called the ADA framework, right? So I can say rewrite with ADA framework. And all you have to do is just study some copywriting, learn the key concepts, and then you can apply those concepts in ChatGPT. ADA
so
stands for attention, interest, something I forgot.
attention, interest, desire.
And we will patiently wait for the last A.
Yeah, and
But
then the last
but for
one
those
is action.
action. And for those who are listening, we are patiently waiting. I say that because as soon as you plug in your command and hit enter, ChatGPT doesn't even take like a microsecond. It just starts typing.
Yeah, yeah. It's really as someone see, I make my living doing copywriting and for creating these kinds of things for clients, and to see it spit out this so quickly, it does there's a lot of writers who are scared about this right now because it seems like they're putting them out of job, and I try to remind people that this is exactly what musicians went through when music turned digital and what publishers went through when books turned into ebooks, and so the same thing is happening right now in the writing and in the illustration world with this AI. And rather than get scared of it, see how you can incorporate this into what you do. Because already we have seen that places like Microsoft are going to include this in their software. Everyone is going to be using this. And so you might as well learn how to dance with it instead of run from it.
Yep.
Now, Ahmed is asking for a pricing table and it's creating that.
Yeah. So I didn't like the output of the pricing table. So what I'm going to do is rewrite it. I'm going to say create a pricing table for this online course with two different price points and then includes some of the high level bullet points. I don't know what the high level bullet points are. I'm hoping ChatGPT does because I forgot. So
Package
now it's
price
going through
features.
package price feature, right? Lifetime access to the course. It's even adding the BRs for the bullet points. So when you copy paste this in your CMS, you can actually paste it in HTML format and automatically add the bullet points. Isn't this crazy?
It's hard not to just sit here and be dumbfounded looking at it, which I know is not that exciting if you're listening to this. But
And
but
when
if
you had
there's
that
these long
silence, Chris,
pauses if there's these long
when
pauses, that's why. We're just sitting here going, "Wow, that's amazing. This is really good." Yeah,
exactly when you
I
just had that long pause, I was like, did I lose him? Did my computer freeze
yeah,
again?
no, I think this is one of those pieces of software that is only as powerful as the person who knows what to ask it. I have friends who, when they go to Google, know to ask things like they might put in closest Mexican restaurant, but they don't
Mhm.
understand that you can use other powerful search parameters. And once you start to learn those things, Google becomes that much more powerful, right? This is that exponentially. This can do so much more than even Google can, and it can do it just that much more if you understand what the commands are. Yeah, and
Yep.
so now, um, he's now asking it for a 5 series email, and now it's coming up with what would be in each email. Then I know I'm just gonna ask for actually for it to write one of those emails. Is that correct?
Yeah. So next time I need to write a 5 series email for an email launch for my list for this course, add some urgency. Each email's subject line should have an emoji. Use the science field methodology to write them. And it's just going off from there.
Yeah,
So it gave me 5 email subject lines. Each subject line has a opening and closing emoji, which are the same. What's crazy is email number one has a fish emoji. I can't emphasize how crazy this is. What
yeah.
time we live in is just insane.
And all of this is content, right, by the AI. It's not just grabbing this from someone's web page and putting it in here, is that right?
Yep. And did we tell our listeners the cost? Oh, yeah, it's free.
Yeah, this is free. Now they are gonna have a pro version coming out, which I understand it's is it $42 a month?
$42 a month was, I actually saw the upgrade button here in my UI for a
Yeah, it's
microsecond
gone
and then
right
it
now.
disappeared. I clicked on it and it said $42. I'm like, okay, interesting. And now it's gone. So as Chris and I
Yeah,
are talking, for those not watching this on YouTube, first, stop listening and go on YouTube. Two, do what I said in number one. And three, if you're still listening, now I said, write me the body for email number one because it gave me email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I said, okay, email number one was want to learn how to care for your beta fish. Then it wrote the entire damn email
yeah,
for me. And this is crazy. It even put a PS at the end.
yeah. This it's really it's doing everything you'd want it to do, and that doesn't mean, again, that you won't wanna go through and add your own flavor to this, because I think this can lack a little bit of
Yeah.
the personality quality that you have with your readers, right? If I sent this to my audience, some people might be interested, but they would know that this doesn't sound like the regular emails that Chris sends because I have a distinct flavor with mine. But that's okay. This is still such a great rough draft. And I say rough, it's really not that rough. This is like the pretty close to being finished. It's almost like you had a VA write an email for you, a VA that knows the material. They're writing the email for you, and then you just want to go through and update it for your audience. That's the kind of thing it's delivering.
Now, here's something you said this, you have to put your own flair, right? So while Chris was saying that, I told ChatGPT, write a Facebook ad for beta fish lovers on why they should buy this course, make it witty, add some fishy remarks. And one of the remarks it put in the copy of the Facebook ad says, don't be a fish out of water when it comes to beta fish care. Enroll now and swim your way to success. Are you kidding me? I couldn't come up with this copy even if I tried, Chris.
It really is. And again, that's why I say it's like having an actual human VA who knows you create that first draft that's actually this is not a first draft material AI even did 6 months ago. This is I can't even imagine where this will be in 6 months from now.
Yep. So let me just recap what we did.
What
We
we did
came up
what
with
we
the
did
topic.
in less than 30 minutes. Let's
Yes.
say that too. In less than 30 minutes, what have we done?
Yeah. So we have come up with the topic. We came up with the outline of the module. Then for the modules, we asked it to write the lessons. And then we went into asking what kind of tools we need for this. After the tools, we asked about the sales page. We went to the sales page headline, sub headline, the whole body using frameworks, the PAS framework, the before after bridge framework. Then we went into Facebook ads. We generated Facebook ads and email launch sequence, 5
Yeah.
email launch sequence, all done in less than 30 minutes. You are welcome.
Absolutely amazing. And now, I have to say, as I said before, I think that this is only as good as the prompts that you know how to put into it. But here's the thing, I happen to know someone who created an online course in a day with the help from ChatGPT, and it includes a lot of those prompts. It teaches you how to do all this. We're not recording this just to make more sales for you, but I think people listening to this would probably love to know how they can get their hands on that course. So, how can they get their hands on that course?
Yeah, and I've given away pretty much most of the secret sauce here,
Yeah.
but there is still some nuggets in there, and
Your
if
course is quite a few video lessons, so it's a lot more than what we did in the last 30 minutes.
yes, to get
Right when he went into sales, it got at the 26:30 mark. So we will edit there, and then Amit should be back here in a second, and we can make sure.
the
Oh,
no,
you
you're still here.
back?
Yes.
Oh, you back?
What did you last hear?
The last thing I heard was, "Oh, you're chopping in and out." So I'm not sure if it's me or if it's you.
I can see you. I can hear you.
Okay, could you hear me that whole time, or
No,
did you
I
drop out?
only I dropped out and I was giving away the URL, but what I was saying is we'll just put it in the show notes. It's a long URL. It's courses.gpt-command.com/GPT unleashed. So it's a long
Huh?
one.
You got to get yourself a shorter URL than that, Amit.
Yes, I was not prepared for being put on the spot that I'm going to sell this because it was truly, we just got in the episode to
Yeah.
show people how to use it.
Yes, very good, very good. And I imagine that you might even have a special coupon for our Course Wizard listeners or something, and so
Yes, I'll put that in
we'll
the
set up
description.
something. So that
Absolutely.
sounds awesome. Very good. Thank you so much for sharing this. I think this is an episode that I want to go back and watch a second time, and I think a lot of listeners will also, and viewers will also. If you enjoyed this, please rate, review, this for others so that they can find it. Let us know if this is the kind of content you want from us. Please subscribe if you don't want to miss any future episodes about ChatGPT, about building your online course, about where Amit has gone with his course that he created on this and how that's worked out. Subscribe and then share this with someone who can benefit from the material. We'd
There you go.
appreciate it. We appreciate you listening. And until next time, what do they need to do, Amit?
Keep creating with ChatGPT.
And the
Bye.
course wizards. Bye.